Hey folks, Brendan here from Bluelight. Now, if you're in the police recruitment process and you have an interview ahead of you, or if you're in the promotion process actually in the police, or you're going for a specialist interview, then this video is for you, because in this video I'm going to share with you a system that you can utilize to ensure that you pass the interview phase. Because one of the things I know so many of you are confused about is how to actually answer interview questions. Now, in this video, I'm going to look at rear-facing questions. These are the ones that start with, can you tell me about a time when? It could be, can you tell me about a time when you've had to make a difficult decision where you've had to account for it to others? Can you tell me about a time when you've challenged someone's inappropriate behavior? Can you tell me about a time when you've worked with others to solve a problem? Can you tell me about a time when you've helped support someone through a difficult time? All of these questions and more are the ones that we work on a weekly basis in my webinars. And if you want to find out a little bit more about those online courses and weekly webinars, whether it's for the recruitment process or for specialist interviews or the promotion process, then check the links below. Oh yeah, don't forget to take a look at the Trustpilot reviews, and thank you to all of you who have given Trustpilot reviews. There's now over 500 of them, and there's so much thought goes into them. I really appreciate those Trustpilot reviews. Thank you to all of you who have left them. And so this is the structure, folks. It's one I've developed over the years. You might have heard of things like Carl and Star and SAAR. I think they all have value, but I know that this one has even more value. So pin your ears back, folks, and let me share with you this model. It's one that I've morphed from all the other different models and put together with a few little additions. The one thing I can say is it works. Like I said, just check the Trustpilot reviews. This system works. It works so well. So the first thing we're going to do right at the very top is we're going to describe the situation. But we're going to do more than that. We're also going to describe the impact on others. And there's various different stages of that impact that we take a look at. Now, as opposed to task from the STAR model, I mean, frankly, quite frankly, whoever talks like that, the task I set myself, the task I was set, no one talks like that. But the way people do talk is things like this. So what I was aiming to achieve, and that's what the A stands for, the aim. And then one of the things we're going to bring into it is all the different options that you might have considered. And again, there's special ways of doing that, and the special way of talking about the rationale for the option that you chose. Serving officers, you already understand this, don't you? It's very, very NDM so far, isn't it? Now we're going to talk about the actions that we took. Now, most people just talk about what they did. The most important part of this phase, though, is describing exactly how you did those things that you claim to have done. And again, in my webinars, we spend so much time on this because so many of you get this so wrong. You just talk about what you did, but not how you did it. So one of the things we work on in the webinars is how to actually present the how. Next part, the result. Now, I call this the 80-20 rule here. What that means is that invariably in the world that we live in, if we plan to do something that's challenging and difficult, it's not going to work out perfectly, is it? Come on, let's be honest, it's not. If it's an easy thing that you're dealing with, well, yeah, it might work out perfectly, but if it's challenging and difficult, and that's what they want to hear about on your interview, then it's not going to work out. It's not going to go to plan. And so for that reason, we can talk about the 80% of the result that went well, but we can also talk about the 20% that didn't go to plan, which then provides the perfect segue to the last part just there, which is the learning. Now, I don't mean saying that on reflection, I learned that it's good to talk, or I learned that it's the best thing to do is to ask open questions, or I learned that the best thing to do is to listen to people empathetically. No, come on, stop all that nonsense, folks. We need to provide a really good detailed bit of reflection that's bespoke to the actual incident, issue, problem that you describe how you dealt with. So there you go, folks. There's a very, very basic model that we utilize. There's a KU that I often add to the end of that, which is the icing on the cake. That stands for knowledge and understanding. But if you want to find out a little bit more about how to deliver the icing on the cake, and this is the bit that really gets interviewers going in terms of edge of their seat stuff, that's what we want. We want them on the edge of their seats listening to you thinking this is exceptional. And if you want to find out more about how to actually go into all the detail in the SAARL model there, then click the links below. Come and join me on the online courses, on the weekly webinars, where as a group we practice all of the skills that you will require to answer your interview questions really, really well. The hard work's in the rehearsals, folks. So on a day, you come across as confident and prepared, and that's what we're after. That's what we're after. We're after that kind of perfection. The other thing that you get, as well as the online courses, you get almost it's over 2 years now, whether it's the final interview course or the Enforced Advancement Group for Serving Officers, you get over 2 years worth of webinar recordings so you can watch other people practicing. What an awesome resource. Anyway, listen folks, I hope you found this really, really useful. Like I said, check the links below to all the different resources that can help you. And please do like and subscribe to this channel, because every other day I'm dropping videos just like this to help guide you on your journey to success in the police recruitment process and in your career in policing. I look forward to catching up with you very soon on one of my webinars. Bye-bye for now.